It is Forever Young and Nisos who settle down now, move clear from racing in third place Bishop's Bay. Tumbarumba stays on. Forever Young grinds his way to the 200. Nisos begins to wobble. Forever Young a length and a half clear. Forever Young, Nisos not going away, but it's Forever Young towards the line. Forever Young, forever in equine history.
Could be one of the best that we have ever seen. Forever Young going back-to-back in the $20 million Saudi Cup this past Saturday. Gets it done for Yoshida Yahagi, the colourful trainer who picks up another monster victory off that Breeders' Cup success at the back end of last year, Caleb.
You know, when I first started watching back then, TVG, a real memory for me was when Deep Impact from Japan won the Arima Kinnon. And we're showing you here how many different places that Forever Young has gone. I'm telling you right now, I don't even need to fact check this. Forever Young traveled more miles than any horse ever before going to the Kentucky Derby, and then he went on another world tour after that. So pretty incredible stuff. But, you know, going back to Deep Impact, when he won the Arima Kinnon, everybody was tossing their hats up in the air. It was just a beloved horse, got the win, and he's arguably the best horse in the history of Japan. But Deep Impact never came to America. He never raced on the dirt. So when you look at Forever Young, Impact, and also a global view, could very well be the best Japan's ever seen.
Having that ability to travel and take on some of the best in the sport, truly unbelievable. And Forever Young now targeting the Dubai World Cup, the big Grade 1 as that next start. We'd love to see it.
Hey, look, give them credit because we saw this last year. There were 3 big contenders that won on the Saudi Cup day and then flopped in Dubai. Forever Young was one of them. How did Forever Young get beat by Mixto in the Dubai World Cup last year? He bounced off the race there in Saudi. Also, Romantic Warrior, runner-up to Forever Young in the Saudi Cup. He comes back in the Dubai Turf. He flopped. And then Straight No Chaser, the fastest horse in America, he wins the Saudi Cup. He flopped in Dubai. So 3 data points for 3-star horses that could not make the turnaround Saudi to Dubai, but Forever Young, they're going to give it another try.
What's happening here on a Wednesday as we move through the top headlines? And speaking of Dubai World Cup night, Bookham Dano getting set to make the 5-year-old debut.
Bookham Dano by Bucaro. Bookham Dano actually got beat by Forever Young by a neck there in the Saudi Derby 2 years ago. Kind of a weird thing late in the year because Bookham Dano was the best sprinter and they were never going to come to the Breeders' Cup. And then Paco Lopez got suspended, and they kind of said, oh, well, Paco can't ride. They had kind of decided before Paco Lopez got suspended that they weren't going to come out to the Breeders' Cup. Still won the championship for the Eclipse Award. Shows you how good Bookham Dano was last year. But they skipped the Breeders' Cup, and now we're looking for a big Grade 1.
The star 5-year-olds to the star 3-year-olds in Paladin off that monster victory last weekend out there at the fairgrounds. Now going to get set to take aim at the Bluegrass.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Zandon, exact same hoof steps. Sierra Leone, exact same path. And Paladin, you already knew where he was going. Start at Aqueduct, go to the Remsen, start your 3-year-old campaign in the Risen Star, and then go to Keeneland. And when you look at those 3 horses, their result in the Kentucky Derby, Zandon on that path, 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. Sierra Leone on that path, 2nd in the Kentucky Derby, and they're hoping that Paladin can do one better.
The stock continues to rise for Paladin, arguably the #1 contender at this point of the year, looking towards the Kentucky Derby. Jackson Hole points towards the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth, so a big update there as well.
Lightly exposed. He actually was in the Derby Future pool over the weekend, Jackson Hole. He's got 2 races, and he's by Nyquist out of a Bernardini mare, so that's about as good of a pedigree as you can ask for. I'm looking at his past performances right here. He's got a 72 and an 84 Beyer. His advanced speed figures, looking at the thoroughgraphs, weren't very impressive as of now, so I like the pedigree. I think he's on the move up, but right now he does need to get a little bit faster to be a true contender.
We are looking for improvement, and we're looking ahead to some of these big returns for the stars in the sport. What's happening here on a Wednesday? They are your top headlines. Tag us and sound off. Let us know what is grabbing your attention.